Hi guys, it's Peter and I'm going to give you an awesome review on Getresponse. Now this is a really cool autoresponder that allows you to offload all the emails that you would need to send manually. You can preload everything in here. It's going to manage your contacts for you, and it's going to give you statistics on links, clicks, and all that really cool stuff. So let's start with the creating messages. So once you're set up and you want to send an email, all you got to do is go in here. You got your drag drop, give it a name. We'll just call it random numbers, right? Then they're going to give you a bunch of cool templates that you can use, modify, change, do whatever you want with. Some of the big guns use these, but I find, personally, I just start from scratch, and I mainly just use text because I don't really want people having to wait or lose people because of all these images. Sometimes you don't really have a good connection, you don't have time, so I mean, the images do work, but I just don't use them, so that's purely up to you. But there is lots of cool stuff in here, and you can go in there and you can change, if you like it and you want to use other images or other pictures, there's text, you can do whatever you want. You can go in there and change everything once it's in there, move the stuff around, you can do whatever you want. Like, it's just endless amount of stuff. And then, if you don't want to waste your time and you want to specifically say, I want an online marketing one, you go in here, it's going to show you only the online marketing ones. And then you can go in there, or say, you want to set up your own, you want something to work with, you just go from there. I just go like this, start from scratch, right to the bottom, blank template. Don't have to do what I do, but I find this works the best. Very simple, easy to load, and if people like what they see, then the message has been received, right? So that's the key point. I just go like this, drag drop text. Sometimes it acts a little funny, so I just drop it a second time. We're gonna have to delete that. Okay, so now it's there. Go in here, put your message in there, go in there, say you want to add a link, right? You go to this one right here, insert edit link, copy, paste, whatever, click OK. Now, one thing that you cannot forget right here, when you set up everything, you're going to want to make sure that your stuff doesn't hit spam box and it actually hits the inbox and actually gets to the subscriber or whoever you're trying to reach. You want to make sure that it actually gets to them. So this is a very important thing. You want to click the plain text, HTML to plain. It's going to spit out everything you've got set up in your email. It's going to put it all into this box. Then you just want to make sure that it fits the recommended. Clean it up a little bit so it looks nice. If someone, that's what they end up seeing, right? Click on the close, and then you go to the next, right? Now there is, this is just a selection where you want to send it to. Okay, so now back to what I was saying about that HTML to plain. So your spam score right here, if you do not have HTML to plain, your spam score will be really high. And if your spam score is close to 5 or 5, it won't reach the users. So you'll be sending out blanks, and it'll never get to where you need it to go. So that's it for that part. Let's take a look at the rest. So once you got a couple of messages set up, what you want to do is you want to manage your autoresponder and set up the sequence of emails. Now I've only got 3 in here because I was using Aweber, and the program I'm working with it was more geared towards Getresponse, and then they just adopted Aweber recently. So now I'm kind of using both, and I've only got the 3 in here for now. So basically, you just you put your emails in there, and then you have a sequence, and you can have as many as you want. Some guys will have up to a 1 month sequence, like you'll have send an email, and then 2 days, and then an email, and then 2 days nothing, then an email, and then 2 days of nothing, and then you send them some more value. And value, I mean, you never know, like just because they signed up today doesn't mean that they're going to buy tomorrow. You want to keep providing value, and eventually they'll become customers, or they'll support you. I mean, I've heard guys say that a year later the guy contacts them and says, hey, I want that $30,000 package or whatever, right? You never know what's going to happen. So once you've got your contacts, you can go in here. Once you got your contacts, you can go in here. Now I'm not going to go in there because I don't want to give any contacts away. Like I respect people's privacy, and that's what I'm all about. And so, we're not really going to go in there. But you can go in there. You can get all sorts of stats. You can customize. You can change. You can unsubscribe people. You can do anything you want. You can move people from list to list. You can do whatever you want. Then you got your email analytics. It's going to tell you what's going on, the percentage of open rates. Whatever you want to do. All sorts of stats. Please wait. Loading. Open rate low. That was a fail email. Then here you got your forms. Now this is what you want to use your web forms, so you can integrate to your ClickFunnels or whatever you end up using. Facebook, whatever you want to use, this is what you use. You just basically go in here and create a form, and if you have it on your web page, then you use this. If not, you just create a quick web form. It doesn't matter what it looks like because it's going to be integrated to the squeeze page, and then once they input to the box, it's going to go straight onto the list, so they never actually see the form, but it still has to be present. Now they do have landing pages as well. I don't use them, but you can take a look at them, see if there's something you like, and you never know, might work for you. All right, so if you guys have a little bit of understanding how an email sequence is going to work out, you can use the workflow. It takes a little bit to set up, but it's a really slick tool of sorting and guiding people, and then you can set this up as long as you want. So basically, they hit the thank you page, and then it'll send them an email, right? And then either they opened it or they didn't, and then they clicked on the link or they didn't, and then they either bought or they didn't, right? Like you can just literally do anything you want, and the whole thing will just keep on going and going. And you can literally just click, and it's it's really easy, really cool stuff. So I want to show you guys a quick opportunity, and this is something that helped me out. It's an amazing product, amazing team, amazing easy step guide, and let's take a look at some testimonials, and you guys can decide for yourselves. All right, now this is a testimonial, but I would just like to say that it's all respective to the amount of work you put into, so none of these results are guaranteed. These are all beta testers, and as well, you can make triple if you want. If you work hard, anything can happen. Linda Guerrero here, and she had 0 experience in online marketing, which is incredible that a course like this would uplift her and give her the results. Because look, I mean, funnels, autoresponders, leads, she had no idea what any of that was, and she got set up and she made a $4,800 commission. Take a look at Linda Chan here. This is smartest decisions for joining Techademics to grow my online business, and even more excited with my first sale. And this was her first sale online. She had never made any money, and boom, just like that, $4,800. So this system really helped me out, helped these people out. So what I'd like for you is to get your hands on it, take a look at it for yourself. What I'll do is I'll drop a link underneath this video. Of course, you can follow that. You get a free walkthrough, free setup, step-by-step guide, and then you can get started for yourself and see if you can beat these numbers, because you never know, anything is possible. So with that, I'd like to conclude my quick Getresponse review. Of course, it's an amazing program, and if you want to get into online marketing, number one, you need to build a list. That is the critical number one part of this. Build your list. And when you build your list, you're going to need to communicate to your list. So Getresponse is an amazing, cost-effective, low price. If you look at the other ones out there, it's one of the lowest priced autoresponders on the market, and works great, and will, it'll make you a lot of money. All you got to do is get your copy. I mean, anyone can write. So enjoy.